for tuning in. I had a little bit of a hiccup there coming in. Only 1 minute late, though. Not too bad. Now I got to rearrange things so I don't kick myself off, and we'll be off to the races. Good to go. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. Welcome to Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist, where your questions get answered. It's free. All you have to do is put your question into the comments, and we go through them one by one. And I'm completely unlicensed, which is beneficial to you. I'm not held by the constraints of any societies, organizations, and or license-bearing institutions. And so you get better advice, quite frankly. You get honest advice, which is good these days. Nobody's honest with you these days. That's a problem. All right, let's get started, folks. Thank you again for tuning in. Welcome to Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. Everything's out of the way. Hope you're having a good week. I'm having a dynamite one. I just got back from Costa Rica. I just flew in from Costa Rica. Boy, my arm's tired. And it was great. I had a great time there. All right, let's get started. Let's get out of this and make sure that's not important. And we'll go here. We'll share, and we'll be off to the Reddit races, as it were. And here, and bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. Am I the asshole for not wanting to go to my dead niece's grave party? A grave? Is that like an Irish wake? It sounds like an Irish wake, but just with a dumb name. Like an Irish wake's cool. Everyone gets wasted. You tell stories about the person who died. It's upbeat. That's fun. But a grave party, that just sounds lame. It's probably the same thing, but you ruin it with a stupid name. Go with an Irish show. Call it an Irish wake. You'll have quite the turnout, and you'll probably want to go. But we'll check it out anyway. Feel like you're just jonesing off an Irish Irish wake. Let's see. There we go. Okay. By the way, if you have comments, questions, or concerns, you can put it in the chat. Here we go. So the backstory is, and let me make sure also that I'm completely live and the sound's on and everything. Okay, we look good. So the backstory is that my cousin and his wife had a baby. Oh, this is going to be sad. Ugh. Maybe this is not Irish wake territory. So the backstory is that my cousin and his wife had a baby daughter in 2023. The baby was born with Downs, a severe heart defect. Yeah, this doesn't sound like Irish wake territory. And many other kid deaths are horrible. And many other critical issues. She was born February 2023, spent her entire life in the hospital. Oh, it's really sad. Then got a heart transplant in July of 2024. But sadly, the heart was rejected. The baby passed away. Since her daughter's passing, my cousin's wife has thrown what she calls heaven parties, where she gets custom cakes, decorations, balloons, and invites everyone to the baby's grave to party. Here's the thing. This is not about you. This is about the mom. And if the mom needs this, give it to her. Don't let your shit go on to her. She wants this. Do it. Just do it. Be a friend and do it. If she's doing it every weekend, okay, it's getting a little crazy. But once in a while, on the birthday, for example, I'm fine with it. Just try and clean up after yourselves, because there's probably graves to the right and the left, and you don't want to go out to your grave and be like, what's with all the beer bottles? So anyway, Balloons invites everyone to the grave to party. She dresses her older daughter up, makes her pose for pictures by the grave. She's having some issues, let's be honest. She needs some help, but if this makes her feel better, while she's feeling better, you can suggest some therapy to her and get her some help too. So she's got to hold the cake. She is really, obviously, that's so brutal. And everyone grieves differently. Let her grieve. And if each year it gets progressively softer and the parties become less and less until they're finally gone, and maybe she just has a remembrance or something like that, that's fine. But again, everyone's going to grieve in their own way. Let her grieve in hers, as long as it's not hurting or bothering anyone. All right. The first year I attended this heaven party because I honestly felt bad for the mom. Yeah, of course. But this year I chose not to go. Honestly, I'm so weirded out by the whole thing. Yeah, I think that you're going to find a lot of people are doing that. Less people are going to come. So you're not the asshole for not wanting to go, but it's your niece, so you should. It's not like you're like a friend. You're like family. Family's got to suck it up. So I feel like you should go. I understand the taking flowers at the grave, but this whole party thing, like the child is still alive, I think is morbid. Again, it's not your kid. When it's your kid, you get to decide. This is her kid. And I feel like the only people who are probably going to come to this one are probably family members, except of course for you, because you're better than that. So this is what's going to happen. First year, probably everyone came, didn't know what it was. Everyone was kind of weirded out by it, uncomfortable. Mom did it again this year because she's still going through stuff. I doubt anyone's going to come but direct family, and you're all already cutting out of it. Just go one more year and then say, listen, less people are showing up. Maybe next year we do this at the house, and just kind of wean her off it a little bit and get her some help. She needs help desperately. She needs some therapy. It's brutal what she's going through. It's absolutely brutal. And she needs help from it, clearly. But as far as Irish wakes go, count me in every time. That's how I want to remember friends. That's how I want to be remembered. But yeah, for a kid's death, yeah, it's just treading some different territory. But you got to let the mom lead. You know, what's up with the dad in this, by the way? How's he feel? I'd like to know that. I had not said anything to anyone about my feelings regarding this issue. I would never be hurtful to a grieving person like that. Well, you not showing would be being hurtful. These feelings I'm having have never been outwardly expressed to anyone. I think that's good, but maybe you need a little therapy on it too. But yeah, I would go. I feel like there's going to be like half the people, if not even less than that, as the first one. And then I think this will be the last year for it. I honestly do. I think this will be the last year. And then she'll go to the grave by herself, or it'll be more casual. It's not going to be a party. And I think if she hasn't gotten therapy yet, she desperately needs it. That's my advice to you, to her, to the whole crew. And Irish wakes are awesome. That's everything I want to say about that. All right, let's rock and roll, shall we? Yes, we shall. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I don't know. So I'm undecided on everything. All right. Let's see here. So yeah, the first one, you're not an asshole. No, you're not an asshole. Okay, I do not want to reverse out of that one. I want to go here. Again, if you have questions, you can pop them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer them for you. And I kid gloves you. If you go if you ask me a question, and it's not like a Reddit person, I'm gentle. I'm gentle. I'm velvety soft. All right. Am I the asshole for ending a friendship over a flight voucher? You're not ending it over a flight voucher. There's a lot of other stuff that's been going on, that's been happening. There's a lot of friction between you two already and built up animosity. The flight voucher is the proverbial last straw or last flight. I'm 41. My husband is 43. Is it your husband and your friendship? I'm 41. My husband's 43. We decided to go on a trip to Mexico with our friends who are also married. Let's call them Jessica and Tom. Great names. We have a pretty good friendship that has consisted of doing regular barbecues, get-togethers. I don't think you care much for each other at the house since we are neighbors. Mm-hmm. Our husbands get along great. There you go. So the husbands are buds. And me and Jessica get along as well. Okay, we shall see. We always have a really fun time when we're together. All right. The trip was great. No issues. Honestly, no complaints. The end of the trip is where issues began. And I really want to know if I'm wrong for wanting to distance myself going forward. All right. Still haven't got to the point yet. All right. The flight back home ended up being overbooked. The gate agent told us as soon as we got there that there's a chance either mine or my husband's seat will be offered a voucher, or that Tom and Jessica will be offered a voucher of $3,000 per seat. So that's a good voucher. So greed, money in the end is going to separate you. You were never that friendly to begin with if money can do that. My husband and I, along with Jessica and Tom, had a conversation after what the plan was. And I suggested if it's mine and my husband's flight, that I would switch it around and let the guys fly back home. And Jessica could say we could both have $3,000 each, pretty much making our money back on the trips. That sounds like a good plan. We also agreed that if Jessica and Tom were given the voucher, they'd switch it around and us girls would stay back for one night and take the flight out the following day. So you've made an agreement. The gate agent called me up telling me that Jessica and Tom got the offer. It's like a game show, isn't it? Newlywed game, or maybe a very long newlywed game for the flight vouchers. And because we had agreed on switching it around, I told the gate agent that me and Jessica would give up our seats and the boys would fly home together. I headed back to sit with everyone and told Jessica and Tom about the switch that was made. And that's when they immediately switched to, "Why would you do that? We were just joking." Really? Okay. "I'm not staying. I would like to be with my husband." And then decided they both like to take the $3,000 each and stay back. Oh yeah, they sold you out. They sold you out. They said, "Why, when you were gone, when the friendship was over," he said, "Hey, no, we'll just do it. Fuck them." That's what he said basically to her. And she went, "Okay." Yeah, they're not your friends. You learned easy and you get to fly home. So it's not all bad. Anyway, I was visibly upset, got on the flight with my husband, haven't spoken to them since. I wouldn't either. They are not your friends. They are fair weather friends. They are acquaintances at best. You cannot count on them. Greed rules the roost with those two, and they will sell you out for, at least $3,000. Anything 3,000 and over, and probably 1,500. I think they'll sell you out, honestly, for 500. I think they would sell you out. I personally think it was just quite shady. It was. And selfish, considering that they agreed to it when they thought it could potentially be in me and my husband. Yeah, and as soon as you got it, yeah, they're shits. They're shits. They're jerks. And I was going to split it with them, but as soon as they found out it was their flights, they completely went back on what we agreed on. Am I the asshole? No. Consider it a gift from God, because you don't need people like that in your life. And you can see what's the saying: when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And these people, I think they might sell you out for $250. They might sell you out for a couple of drinks at the bar. I'm just saying, they're not your friends. They were conveniently located. They're your neighbors, right? There you go. You're fine. You're not an asshole. They sure are. 100% grade A-hole. Hey, hi Chihuahua. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling, moving and grooving. Yeah. But before I haven't done a Rumble Premium ad in a while. Let me do one of those. All right, Rumble Premium, everybody. You probably noticed Rumble isn't slowing down. More creators, more content, and a platform that's actually putting users in free speech first. And if you're watching here regularly, there's a way to upgrade your experience. Right now, Rumble is running a limited time summer sale. You might have seen some ads for it on Rumble Premium, and it's the lowest price they've ever offered. With Premium, you get ad-free viewing across the platform, no pre-rolls, no interruptions, just the content you actually came for. Plus, you unlock exclusive content from top creators like Steven Crowder, Dr. Disrespect, and myself, special live events, and more you won't see anywhere else. Here's the deal. Normally, Rumble Premium is $99 a year. But during the summer sale, you can lock it in for $69 a year for life. That's a great deal. Not just 1 year, every year you stay subscribed. You keep that $69 rate. That's terrific. No promo code, easy, no extra steps. Just go to rumble.com/premium, and the summer sale price is already applied. That's rumble.com/premium to lock in the lowest price Rumble's ever offered. Ad-free, exclusive content, and a price that never goes back up, but only if you grab it before the summer sale ends. So hop on that Rumble Premium. It's right there in the QR code. You can click on that. Get on that right now. There you go. Thank you, Rumble Premium. Thank you. Much obliged. All right. Let's keep moving and grooving, shaking it. It's like Eddie Murphy. No, Eddie Money. All right. Let's see. So yeah, what a couple of scumbags, huh? What a couple of douches. What douchey friends. Those are some douchey friends. All right. Nope. Do not do that one. Do this one and come back. And here we go. Am I the asshole? Wait. Another $300. Is this not a flight voucher? Okay, let's see. Am I the asshole for not wanting to pay $300 to visit my dad? Probably. But I don't know. I don't know your history with your dad. He might have been abusive. But yeah, let's see. We'll find out. You and I will decide together. Oh, it's a short one. All right. Here we go. For some context, I am a college student who's paying for your college. That's my first question. If dad and mom are paying for it, or dad's paying for it, and you're crabbing about the $300, well, I'm guessing your tuition's a lot more than that, but we'll see. For some context, I'm a college student. My parents divorced when I was 4. So they've been divorced for a long time. My dad moved across country to live with family. Not that it matters. Okay. But as far as I know, my dad never paid child support. Well, you could find that out if you asked. He probably should have. I'm currently at 20, and he gives me an allowance of $400 a month for college. So he's now paying child support. He said that this money is to make up for the child support he never paid. Okay, well, I don't know what your dad makes, but $400 a month's better than nothing. My mom is currently paying my tuition and the rent for my apartment. Your mom obviously does, I would assume, better financially. And I currently have saved up around $2,500. I assume you're going to a state school based on these numbers, and try not to spend more than $100 a week. However, paying for food, club fees, and school supplies make it hard to not dip into my savings. You're going to probably dip into savings throughout college. I hate to break the news to you. Last school year, I started with around $2,700, so I lost about $200 on top of my allowance. My dad wants me to visit him for the holidays, but a ticket costs around $300. Okay, let me do the math for you. Your dad gives you $400 a month. This is kind of his way to buy back into your good graces. He's been a shit dad, let's face it, for your life because he never gave you child support. I would say pay the money, go see your dad, which I think you're secretly trying to avoid, and you're using the money thing as a ruse to not go see him. He's paying you $400 a month, right? Let's see, in 6 months, 6 and 4 is $2,400. So 300 of that seems not that much, right? Do you want another in the next 6 months, 2,400? Well, it'll cost you 300. It sounds like a good deal to me. The real reason you don't want to go isn't the money. It's the fact that, and you can dip into the savings. This is your father. It's the fact that you're not sure you want to reestablish a relationship with a guy who you haven't had a relationship with, who you don't really know, and who, let's face it, let you down as a kid because he never paid any child support. That's the real issue. You can couch it as the $300, but that ain't it. I'm just telling you. So anyway, but I don't know if I want to. We'll go back to your story. But I don't know if I want to spend $300 for a ticket to visit my dad. I'm trying to find a job right now. Kind of hard with all the classes. I bet you the job, just go see your dad. Having the day. Part of me feels like I'm blowing this all out of proportion. That 300 is not a lot in the long run. It's nothing in the long run. When's the last? I bet you spend more on a concert ticket. You can't even get into some concerts for $300. But the other part feels like $300 is a lot to dip into the emergency funds. Any thoughts on this? Am I being unreasonable? No, you're being scared. You're not an asshole, but you're scared. You don't want to be alone with your dad. Have real no escape route. And deal with all these emotions, things. I think you should do it. I think it's hard to do, but I think you should do it. And it's not hard because of the money. It's hard because of all the emotions it's going to dig up, all the abandonment issues that you got. So really the fact that your dad wants you to come out and talk so he can explain himself to you. And listen, I'm no fan of your dad based on what he did, but maybe everyone can change. Give the guy a chance. At least you'll have had the conversation. It's $300 for a conversation that should cost you $30,000, really, or that you should be willing to pay that much for just to have some fucking, some I don't know, some what's the word I'm looking for? Some closure, right? It's a small price to pay, $300 for closure, or $300 for the beginning or the opening of a more robust and real relationship with your biological father. There you go. That's my opinion. I don't think you're an asshole, but I think you're scared. Right. You can always work. That's a good point. Music's got it. Yeah, part-time job. Yep. Music. Yeah, it's just excuses. It's excuses because he or she does not want to see her father. You're being a bitch. That's a little overly aggressive. I've said it though, not on this particular occasion, but I'm trying to be nicer. To the Reddit people. I got a note from my fiance. She's like, you need to be nicer to some of these Reddit people. I'm like, the Reddit people. She's like, still. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. I'll be nice for you. I'll be a good boy. All right. Let's see here. Bubbity boo. By the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. Press it, click it, punch it, slap it, whatever you need to do. And then I'm going to get out of here and go to the next one. Am I the asshole for not sharing my food with my niece when she didn't eat her own? How old are you? I got to be honest. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know if I want to read this. It's short. Am I the asshole for refusing to share my food with a child unless they ate their own first? No, I don't think so. If it's a kid, you need to teach them they need to eat what's in front of them first. And then if they do that, there's a reward. And that reward can be what's on your plate. I don't know why you're eating two different things. But anyway, here we go with my partner. Just say my wife, my girlfriend, my boyfriend. Nobody really cares. But when you say my partner, it makes me think like, you've opened a tire shop together, you and your partner, and things aren't going well. My partner and I have just gotten into a fight, probably because you used the word partner, over whether I'm an asshole for not sharing my food with my niece. My niece had decided that she didn't want the thing she ordered when it arrived, and so had some food from both her father and my partner. I'm going to say your boyfriend, okay? Is that okay? She asked if she could have some of my food, and I replied, no, you can have some if you eat the food you ordered first. Here's the thing. We've all made the mistake of ordering something we don't want. Now, if it's a consistent issue with the kid, then yeah, the kid needs to eat what's on her plate first. And then she can have that. But like, I've ordered stuff and be like, ugh, this sucks. And my fiance or someone I'm with will be like, well, you want some of mine? I'm like, yeah, thanks. And, just as a courtesy, it's something we do for each other. But if the kid all the time is doing it, then it's different. But what you should do is like, okay, well, eat half of it and then I'll give you some of mine. And then eat a little more and I'll give you some more of mine. And now you don't like this thing. So I feel like you're being overly draconian about your, their poor menu choice. But let's see what it is. I mean, what the hell did you let them order? Really? Did you let them order octopus? And they're like, 10. She then asked if she could have some of my food. I replied, no. You can or eat what you ordered first. She did not eat any of the food she ordered. I guess she made no effort. And although she did not throw a tantrum, she did repeatedly keep saying that she wanted some of my food. They left, and not long after, my girlfriend told me my niece was crying on her way home, and both her father and just say her father and partner. Why can't you? You're an asshole just because you can't use like fucking boyfriend and girlfriend. You have to use partner, like it's the woke Olympics, idiot. Let's just say what's wrong with you? You can't name you can't say a boyfriend or girlfriend. It's not even permissible anymore. My partner. What do you? Unless you're in business together, stop calling her your partner. My partner and I, again with the partners. Every fucking sentence there's a partner in it. I'm not going to be a partner to your partners. Okay. I should have given her some of my food. Your girlfriend said some pretty harsh things along the lines of you're not who I thought you were to me. Yeah, good. I hope your girlfriend breaks up with you. And solely because of your use of the word partner consistently to me. And I'm incredulous because you probably said no really mean too. Like you weren't just like, no, I really think you should probably no. HR, that's how I imagine you. Anyway, you're not who I thought you were. I mean, that's friggin' brutal. When someone says you're not who I thought you were, that's friggin' brutal to me. And I'm incredulous that they're not only taking the father's side, but also saying things like that about me for not sharing food with a kid. First of all, with a kid, what is this? Your niece. It's your niece. It's not with a kid. It's you're a jerk. It's your niece. It's not just some random kid. And be nice to people. You sound like a jerk. I don't think this is the only issue she has with you, but this just put it on a pedestal. What a jackass you are. All right. If she'd eaten some of her food, I would have shared, but she didn't even touch it other than to move some of it to the side to make it look like she had. I'm super confused how this is blown up the way it has. I'm not a parent, obviously. So maybe I'm missing something. You are. Please enlighten me. And I'll apologize for being an asshole, but I just can't see it. You're an asshole. The end. You're not going to see it for a while. I don't think you're going to be capable of it. I mean, your partner laid it out on you, laid it out for you. I'm sure the girl's parents, the kid's parents, aka your niece, your sister or brother, who the hell knows. I guess it's your sister's kid, since you refer to the father as the father and not your brother. It's like, again, it's the woke Olympics. Guess what everybody's sex is and relationship is, because everyone's afraid to use pronouns or gender. Oh, my God. Just so dumb. Just dumb. Anyway, yeah, you're the asshole. There you go. That was easy. That one was easy. I feel bad for the kid. If I was there and I had some food, I would have said, hey, kid, come over here. I'll give you some food off my plate. Don't worry about that mean adult. Just on principle, really. Okay. I'm trying to be nice. It's just I get triggered, and that's my issue. That's my counter transference. That's what it's called in the biz, in the industry. All right, let's do this. Am I the asshole for not letting my? Am I the asshole? And it says he can't live with this. No, you're not. I just read the first sentence. Let me click on it though. So I can read more. I'm loving tonight's show. There's just sometimes when I do the show, like the things are so long and tedious, but these are all short. Everyone here's got the brevity, which is not only the soul of wit, it's the soul of advice. Am I the asshole for not letting my 19-year-old daughter's 20-year-old boyfriend, homeless, live with us? Like, is he like real homeless? Like craps in his pants, lives on the street, got a needle in his arm, like that? Or I would no. You do not want your daughter hooked up with this guy. I'll just tell you that right now. There's a 5% chance that somehow it's justified, but I'm being very generous. All right, let's find out. I'm curious myself. Am I the asshole for not letting my 19-year-old daughter's 20-year-old boyfriend, homeless, live with us? Context: his dad kicked him out because he didn't want to help with contributing to the household. Okay, well, here's the thing. He's 20. He's over 18. He didn't want to contribute to the household. So the dad's like, here's your alternatives. You live here and contribute to the household, or you don't contribute to the household and you leave. And his choice was to leave and be homeless. You don't want a guy that stupid dating your daughter. Like if your choice is a bed and a roof and you got to come up with 500 a month, which is very low for rent these days, and it contributes to the parents, which I'm guessing don't have a lot of money to begin with. That seems like a better offer than living on the street. So like his critical thinking is a miss. The boyfriend, he works full time and goes to school. Where's he sleep, in the library? I had a friend who used to do that, but not because he got kicked. I could do an hour on this guy. He was a great guy, but just so messed up. He lived in the library. He would hide there at night, and then just hide every time the janitor came by, and he would just sleep in the library. He did that for like a month because he got kicked out of on-campus housing because he tried to steal a cop car. True story. Luckily, he couldn't find the keys, and they just arrested him. I feel he and his father need to. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you're right. The father and him need to talk. The boyfriend works full time, goes to school. Well, that's good. At least he's not like some crack addict. I mean, that's something. Boy has family in Florida and doesn't want to leave due to going to school. Well, yeah, he can't leave school. But again, he doesn't sound bright enough to one, stay with the father, or two, find a place to live. I mean, how are you going to go to school and not have a home? Where are you going to keep your books? He asked to stay with us until November. I said no. I don't blame you. I'm guessing you don't like him for other reasons too. I like my own space and peace. I feel he and his father need to talk to get an agreement. Maybe you could help. Like invite the father over to your place so they could talk, or talk to the father to see if he's remotely sensible or a lunatic himself. Get an idea of what the kid's actually dealing with. I think that could be helpful. But I don't think you're the asshole for not letting him live there. I feel he and his father need to talk. I think so too. Or he needs to move back to Florida with his mom and his family. He's not my responsibility. Am I the asshole? I don't think you're the asshole, but I would like more information about him. Like, what's he going to school for? How are his grades? Like things like that. Is he a good kid? And he's just dumb on this. Is his dad a psycho? I mean, you're leaving out a lot of variables here. Update. Thank you all for validating what I was feeling. I'm going to respond to the comments. Everyone has been supportive, and I didn't think I'd get so many responses. I appreciate you all. My context. Thank you. This is what everyone needs. That's what I just asked for. My daughter has an attitude now, but okay, whatever. She's 19? She's not required to pay bills in my home. Just save $200 a month for herself. She works part-time. Well, that's good. Get her to invest it in a Roth. I've never asked her for a dime. She's basically still a teenager. Yeah. I told her she wants to be with him. That's fine, but she'll be homeless as well. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. I don't disagree. Sometimes you got to have a little tough love, because kids are stupid. And she's still a kid. She shut up. Yes. See, she had the sense to shut up. Her boyfriend didn't, which is fine. If she chooses that, I can stop her. This guy has been working and he's saving money, but there's a question mark. But he can't help his dad out. That requires help on bills. Yeah, that's absurd. You can't stay for free. I don't know. You should really talk to this kid's dad. I don't think you want to, because you don't want to find out that the dad's a monster and then you have to rethink everything. I don't feel bad now knowing that he won't help me either. And he will just freeload and tell me, I'll give you something when he gets paid. Hell no, go talk to your father is what I told him. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, it sounded like this dude's just, your daughter's much better off without this guy. Put your pride to the side or be outside. Oh, look at you. You got your own quote. This has nothing to do with me. He needs his family to be involved, and I'm not the mediator for the nonsense, so I'm not the asshole. Yeah, you don't like the kid. He sounds like he's not great for your daughter. I think your daughter could do a lot better. So, yeah, I don't think you're an asshole at all in this. I think you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, he's got to contribute somewhere. I would agree, music. Yeah, he doesn't seem like he wants to do shit. Doesn't seem like he wants. Yeah, ever eat? He contributes penis to the daughter. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all he contributes. And you know what? He's eventually going to contribute because this guy's such a piece of shit. Look how I jumped on him now. He's going to knock this girl up probably as soon as he can, unless they're broken up, so he can, guilt the mom into supporting his dumb ass through school, and then he'll break up with the girl as soon as he graduates. Yeah, perhaps a tent in the backyard. I kind of like that idea. 1 week max. I wouldn't even give him the week because he'll never leave. He's one of those never leavers, Tafter. But again, it's a case by case basis. I feel like some people you can trust, others you can't. Yeah, I think so too. Pure blood. The boyfriend must look exactly how he thinks he looks. Yeah, he definitely doesn't shower enough. Wears a lot of loose, baggy clothes that also aren't washed enough. Yeah, I assume has a skateboard. Take the daughter to church, pray. Yeah, that's not a bad move either. I had a boyfriend like this once. Mom said no way, and he lived in his car across the street till he got his shit together. Yeah, that's the other thing. If he gets his shit together, he's got to be motivated for some reason to get his shit together because he can't seem to do it on his own. There you go. That's funny. Yeah, so I think we're all in agreement on this schmuck. So no, you are not the asshole. You're protecting your daughter. Good mom. Good mom. Way to go. All right. Am I the asshole for wanting my mom to fund the tooth fairy? What's the tooth fairy run you? Like $1? I know everything's more expensive. $5, $10. Like, what's a tooth fairy run these days? I would get fucking quarters. I would get quarters when I was growing up. I mean, yeah, it was worth more than it is now, but it still wasn't worth much in the 70s. Fucking quarters. I think I got if I got like a 50-cent piece, I was like, whoa, doubled my money. Yeah. So here we go. He's 6. I can't wait to read this, you cheapskates. I mean, I don't know. It seems like I don't know. Like you dickering about the friggin' tooth fairy money. All right. My son, 6, lost a tooth today. I was going to spend the night with my mother, 55. Oh, so she's like an old lady. So she gives old lady style money, like, oh, you mowed the lawn. Here's a shiny nickel. My son, 6, lost a tooth today, and he was going to spend the night with my mother, 55. While we were all swimming, she shouted across the pool in front of my 10-year-old and 6-year-old and 7-year-old niece, how much do you normally give the boys for the tooth fairy? She's an idiot. She's 55, though. So, although I'm 56 and I wouldn't do anything that dumb. But yeah, she's a bit of a moron. I guess my question is, when I got to soften that. She made a mistake there. When did you find out about the tooth fairy? Like your mom just tell you immediately, like, there's no tooth fairy. Do you want a quarter? I'll give you a quarter though for every tooth. Like, when did you find out? I guess I think I found out probably around 7 or 8. Because it all came crashing down when Craig Zelensky, jackass, he told me there was no Santa. And I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? I was so indignant. And of course, there's a Santa. I went home and told my parents what this jackass told me in 3rd grade, I think, maybe 2nd. And they said, yeah, there's no Santa. I'm like, what? And then all the dominoes fall. Well, what about the Easter Bunny? Oh, no, there's no Easter Bunny either. Oh, God. What about the tooth fairy? Oh, no tooth fairy. Oh, fucking Craig, jerk. I couldn't be friends with him after that. We were friends. He was a good dude. He's funny. I couldn't be friends with the guy who ruined Santa Claus for me. I distanced myself. Anyway, luckily my 6 and 7-year-old niece didn't hear because of the splashing. Good. But my oldest heard. How old is she? She's 10. She can know. But yeah, your mom's a big dummy about that. Clear as day, since she was on a swing nearby. Right after, he came up to me and asked me if the tooth fairy isn't real, and followed up with, if adults can lie about the tooth fairy, then that means they're lying about other things. Yeah. So that means there's no Santa and Easter Bunny. Yeah. So your mother is his Craig. I'll keep using his last name. His Craig. But no, he deserves it. Yeah, I know. It's like, come on. Let me have my friggin' Santa. I haven't addressed this with her yet because obviously I couldn't risk. Yeah, she'll just friggin' yell at you like, what do you mean? They don't know that it's all fake? She'll just start screaming it. Make sure the kids are like out of town, so she doesn't, put them on blast and text them. Not that she knows how to use a phone text, I would assume, based on the other stuff I just read. I couldn't talk about it, risk the other kids hearing it, but I'm extremely upset over how my oldest son lost a piece of his childhood innocence. So yeah, I mean, he's 10. It sucks, but 10's not a terrible age. It's not like you lost it at 5 or 6, It does suck. It sucks. Whenever you lose it, it sucks. Because you're right. It is that innocence is gone. And then suddenly you're surrounded by the world as it is. And not as, the fairy tale you would like it to be. It does suck. I kept it from my son as long as I fucking could. And he knew it, before we told him. But, we kind of played along. think, what was it? I guess last year. I mean, how old was he? Yeah, he was probably, I don't know, because he's so good at like not letting out. It was probably 10 or 11. He figured it out, honestly. And then he admitted to it probably around 12. But yeah, that sucks. And your mom's a dunderhead. There you go. There you go. Yep. Give him your false gold teeth. Give him $5. Is that the standard now music? All right, Nana P. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Pureblood's right. Zelensky. See? Bad name. Yeah, thank you. I didn't even make that connection. There you go. You're right. I didn't think about that, but you're right. The same fucking last name. I'm going through all that anger again. I mean, I had at least another year of Santa in me that got taken from me. Yeah. Give it. Yeah, okay. There you go. Yep. The tooth creator. You guys are making me laugh. All right. So yeah, you're not the asshole. But wait a minute. What's with your mom to fund the tooth fairy? What do you mean to fund it? All right, so my son was 6. He's going to spend the night with my mother. So she was supposed to fund the tooth fairy. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think it would be that much, like $1, but maybe that was your mom's thing. Maybe your mom, I don't know your mom, but maybe she's so petty and cheap and just, I don't know, just kind of jerky because maybe, I don't know, you're living a happy, I'm just I'm throwing things together. But she just wanted kind of you to like suffer a little. So, I got to give him the money. I got to give him well, you know what? I'm going to yell it across the pool. Hey, how much? On purpose. I think she did it on purpose. I hate to say that, but I think the mom did it on purpose. And that's just sad. That's just shitty. But I think the mom did it on purpose because she was mad that the daughter wanted her to pay for the tooth fairy. It's a douche move. You're not the asshole, but your mom is. There you go. Yeah. That's what a jerk. What a jerk your mom is. I mean, at least on that. Maybe she's nice on other things, but geez, man, friggin' what a jerk. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong on that one. Ugh, stingy broad. Stingy broad. By the way, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. It helps. It really does. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Tafter. Yeah. All right, here we go. Okay. I'm trying not to kick myself off here, which I do all the time. Am I the asshole because I told my 9-year-old sister to change her dress because I thought it was inappropriate? No, it's sad that you have to do it and not your parents. It's very sad. Like, what's going on with the parents today? What's going on with parents today? Okay. So this just happened. Basically, my mother and my sister, 9 female, were going outside to a back to school party or something. Okay. Seems a little early for that, 6 hours ago. But they were just going out. They're saying hi to potential friends, stuff like that. My mother told my sister to get dressed with the help of my other younger sister. She's 14. All right. So the 14-year-old's, I guess, is dressing the 9-year-old. You're 20. All right. You're an adult, sort of. I was making myself lemonade. Oh, that sounds so good. My sister comes out fully dressed, ready to go, but she's wearing a bodycon dress. I guess that's like a form-fitting dress. She's 9. Yeah, that's not appropriate. That's fucking not. I'm sorry. That is not appropriate. Sorry, not sorry. My mother immediately says, no, that's not appropriate. Good mom. Good mom. Good mom. I agreed with her. I told my sister that's not appropriate, that weird people are going to be staring at her. Yeah, and everybody else going, what terrible parents. And that's wrong. I don't know if I explained it correctly, but that's what I said. Told her she could wear it if she wore a blazer. No, she shouldn't wear it at all. Not a blazer. You know what you can do with a blazer? Take it off anytime you feel like it. No, you don't get to go. You can wear it if you put a patch, a pasty on the boobs. What are you talking about? You can go naked if you put pasty. No, because you have a light jacket over it that you're just going to take off as soon as you get to the party, if not sooner. Come on, what kind of, you can't wear it, period. Blazer, covered with a blazer. No, wear something appropriate. Anyway, all right. In this day and age, come on. I told her she could wear it if she wore a blazer of some type or jacket over to distract from the body contrast. She does not wear it, period. I don't know. Like, why don't you just tell her to throw a scarf over it or put on a hat, a big hat to distract from the rest of it? It's just the same dumb thing. Just, just come on. Come on. I'll provide pictures under the post. What? I'll provide pictures under the post or after the text blocks. So you don't want your sister. I'm trying to get this. You don't want your sister to wear a revealing outfit, like, and yet you are going to blast her outfit with, I guess, her in it all over the internet, or are you just going to show the outfit? I hope it's just the outfit with not your sister in it. I hope that's what you're talking about. Anyway, she immediately started crying, went to her room. Fine. I'm okay with that. Come out with something else. My then 14-year-old sister, who was helping her beforehand, pipes up saying I'm being weird. No, you're not. Your 14-year-old sister is dressing her like a whore, saying that I'm sexualizing her body. No, your 14-year-old sister did that. That I'm being weird for looking at a 9-year-old. Oh my God, saying that that's inappropriate. She's saying it's just a dress on her and I'm being hypocritical because she has worn it before. Probably not when you were around. I defended myself saying if I had known she would wear it, I would have said something. Yeah, exactly. We got an account again. It's your 14-year-old sister. Don't worry if you upset your 14-year-old sister any more than if you upset your 9-year-old sister. You're apparently acting as the parent. I don't know why your mom's not doing this and why you are. Your mom seems to be delegating authority a little too much. She delegated authority to the 14-year-old to dress the 9-year-old, which ended poorly. She's now delegating the mom role to you to yell at the 14-year-old who's giving you grief while she's doing God knows what, not parenting. Come on, mom, step up. Anyway, I defended myself saying that if I know what she'd worn, I would have said the same thing. We got in an argument in a match and I told her to shut up again. Where the hell's your mom? After trying to explain myself, but she wouldn't listen. And she's 14. She's not going to listen. She knows everything. She's a teenager. So instead, she did shut up, but obviously still got angry at my younger sister, who was also equally angry. There's some more stuff that happened, but that's more the domino effect. Am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole at all. You're doing the parenting. Your mom is not an asshole, but she's doing a shitty job. She needs to stop delegating authority to a 14-year-old and then to you and step up and be a mom. What the hell is she so busy doing that she can't do this herself? I mean, at least she said, no, you can't wear that. But why are you the heavy in this situation? Why isn't mom doing her job? I want to be their friend. I want to be their friend. All right, mom. Jerk. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, how did she get that? Like, yeah, who bought it for? The 14-year-old? Yeah, you're right, music. I agree with you. Robbing innocence is the way of evil. Yeah, this seems like every show has a theme. This one seems to be the end of innocence, whether it's revealing there's no Santa or Tooth Fairy or dressing your 9-year-old up as a stripper. Maybe it's possible. Oh my God. It's just, yeah. Okay. Hey everyone, you're watching Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist. Please, if you haven't, it is distressing upon the horizon. Good to see you, brother. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you, Rumble, for the feature. Let's get back to it. Let's see this here. All right, am I the asshole for not wanting my brother's girlfriend to have a girls' weekend at my parents' house that I'm currently renting? No, it's you're renting it. It's at your parents' house. Like 8. Okay, I don't know. No, your brother's girlfriend have a girls' weekend. I don't love the whole girls' weekend thing, especially when you're. I mean, I know it's done. I don't know why. I just don't like it. I think it's trouble. Man. At least if you have significant others. I don't know. I think you ladies get up to some shenanigans. Let me just put it that way. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so. I really don't. But who knows? It could be. Anything's possible. In this day and age, in this economy, anything's possible. All right. We'll dive in. wrong button, and that's okay. That's okay. Everybody hits the wrong button sometimes, like I just did. All right, let's get back. Let's get back at it. Let me pull that up. Where'd it go? Am I the asshole for not wanting my girlfriend to have a girls' weekend at my parents' house? My brother's girlfriend. Yeah, it's like too many degrees removed from you. Honestly, I don't think you are. Let me share this so you can all see it. Hold on a second. Mm-hmm. Am I the asshole for not wanting my brother's girlfriend to have a girls' weekend at my parents' house that I am currently renting? No, you're renting it. You know your brother's girlfriend, so you know if you can trust her, but you don't know her friends. Maybe Sheila is likes to pour cement down the pipes. I don't know. Maybe Bethany likes to do blow, and there's going to be some what's that horrible stuff? I guess I don't do drugs, so I don't know. I was going to say formaldehyde, fentanyl. But formaldehyde's probably not much better in the drugs, and they're all going to OD. You don't know what's going to happen. So, no, don't feel bad about it. I'll read your thing, but I would say, no, you're not the asshole. All right, you're 29, currently renting the house that I grew up in from my parents. They built another house close by, and that's the new house. So they got a couple houses. They're not sure if they want to sell the old house. So for the past year, they've been renting it and maintaining a 20-acre property. Sounds delightful. It's a lot to take care of, especially maintaining their high standards. All right. Well, there you go. If they have high standards and you're going to rent out this place, I guarantee shit's going to get trashed. Cigarette stains, puke stains, just shit's going to go down. They're having a girls' weekend. They're gonna throw a rager. My brother, 40, called my mom and asked if his girlfriend could use the old house for a girls' weekend. My mom told him that it probably won't be a good weekend because my boyfriend is visiting. But to call and ask me, neither one has reached out to me. Okay. My boyfriend's flight got delayed, won't be arriving the following day. So I ended up spending the night at my parents' new house because my mom wanted help babysitting my brother's 3 younger children, 2, 4, and 5. What are your brother and his wife doing? My brother called my mom and found out I was spending the night there and was pissed. So on the speakerphone, he said, I thought you said she was using the other house this weekend. What the hell? I had no clue what he was talking about. Okay, so they never even, your mom, your brother told your mom, because he didn't want to ask you directly because he probably figured you'd say no. So he wanted your mom to be the broker here and get you to agree to this. Your mom obviously doesn't want your brother's girlfriend to do this, or she would have done it. She would have said, hey, is it okay if you spend the night here and so-and-so's good for nothing? So-and-so's wife throws a wild rager at our place, our old house that may or may not be trying to sell. So your mom's not on board with this. I can tell you that right now because she never told you. Like as you said, I had no clue what she was talking about. When mom filled me in, about his girlfriend wanting to use the house, I told my mom that I'm not comfortable. And I guarantee your mom smiled inside. She's like, oh, good. With her doing that, and that I'm also hurt that they didn't even talk to me. Figure it out. Figure out why your mom didn't talk to you. She doesn't want any conflict, and she doesn't want your brother's girlfriend or whatever. Is that his girlfriend or his wife? How many kids they got? Okay, so he's got 3 kids, and I don't know if his girlfriend is the baby mama or just he's divorced. Who the hell knows? That's not revealed. Anyway, to me, this isn't just some vacation property that anyone can use. Yeah, you got an attachment to it, sentimental. Whenever they want, this is a place I call home where I live. I pay rent. Yeah, I'm not using it. Yeah. No. They didn't even bother calling me to ask if it was okay. Again, your mom doesn't want this to go down, so figure that out. I understand that it's my parents' house and they make all the decisions and are doing me a favor. I do not actually have a lease, but am I the asshole for not wanting my brother's girlfriend and people I don't even know staying here without talking to me first? Talking to you first, no. And also, just even if they did talk to you, no. Also, I guess my mom told him I'm only paying $600 a month rent, and he bitched about that, going off on how entitled I am. I don't like your brother. I'll be honest. I don't care for him. And I'm listing things that my parents did for me while I was listing things that your parents did in high school. Your brother sounds like a Mr. Sour Grapes, honestly. And you guys are very very different. Clearly, you're just seem like a better person. My parents raised my rent to $1,500 the next day. Oh my God, your brother's a douche. But swear that it's not related to my brother being upset. Of course it is, which I'm more than happy to pay, but it's the point. Yeah, your brother is a dick. You're not an asshole, but your brother is a dick. And you need to, I would just talk to your mom and be like, hey, listen, I don't know your financial situation. Obviously, if it doesn't affect you, that's fine. But I would, as far as wills go and things like that, I would be on that shit. Your brother is going to try and steal everything from you. He's a little bitch. He's a little, that's a term we use in therapy. He's a little whiny bitch. And he will definitely try to bamboozle you and steal your inheritance and everything else. He's a shit. I'm pretty sure he's a shitty dad too. Anyway, there you go. That's my opinion. I don't think I'm wrong. He sounds like a douche. Fucking whiny. Wait a minute. Man, I gave my girlfriend to have the party there. Like, come on. Come on. Yeah, it does kind of sound made up, Pure Blood, a little bit. Listen, you never know with Reddit. Let me think about it. Yeah, I don't think it's almost too weird to be made up, though. I think it is. I think it is real. I think it's real. Because it's not to an extreme on anything. Like no one fought. The police weren't called. They didn't find a body anywhere. You know what I mean? Could be a troll letter too. That's the thing, music. All these things could be troll letters, but I feel like they kind of lead themselves that way. I don't know, this one seems like it could be real. Am I 100%? No. But can you be 100% about any of these things? No. That's why I want you to ask the questions. You still might be a troll, but still, it's more entertaining for me. I want to help you. I want to help. I want to be a steward. All right. Let me see here. Raising the rent from 600. Yeah, that's true. The 600 to 1,500 sounds kind of absurd. You're right, Pure Blood. Yeah, you're right. That does sound weird. It does sound weird. Yeah, that's a good point. And for her to not be that mad, like she maybe, I don't know. I think we'll move on. We'll move on. But yeah, that part at the end there, maybe. Yeah, it does read a little weird. I gotta agree with you on that. All right, let me go here and here, and we're gonna get an honest to goodness real Reddit. Am I the asshole for not ordering food and my sister went hungry? Probably. The next one says, am I the asshole for not taking my girlfriend's mother and her dog on a date? Dog. Is it a service animal? I don't know, maybe. My sister is a picky eater, but almost every single time we go to a cafe as a family, she orders what I order and never finishes it. All right, well, she's obviously not paying the bill. I enjoy tea lattes, savory pastries, and my sister has a complete sweet tooth. So you like saltier stuff. We have different tastes, and I have no idea why she always copies my order. Takes a bite and ends up throwing it away. Yeah, that is weird. We've wasted so much money over the years because of this. She's almost a oh, okay, there you go. She's copying you. You're the big sister, right? And so she even though she doesn't really eat it, she's copying you. It's in a way, it's a form of flattery. She's trying to be more like you and hoping that somehow she'll like what you order, and she never does. But she's too much of a teenager to pick up on that. So don't look at it necessarily as a negative. Yeah, she's pissing away a lot of money, but what are you going to do? Why don't you take it home? You like the food. Why don't you get it in a to-go bag? With germs? Come on, it's your sister. So she's almost a teenager now. Almost a teenager. Lighten up, Francis. My God. Like, she's not even a teacher. What, she's 12, basically. Maybe 11. I don't know where you're rounding up from. But she's been doing this since she was about 10 years old. My parents always let her do this, and I have no idea why. Because she's 10. Like, if you have such an issue with it, again, take it home in the doggy bag. She's ordering you a second helping. You should be, find the positives in this shit. If I like steak and potatoes, and my sister orders steak and potatoes, but I know she never eats it. She'll take one bite, go, oh, but she always orders the same thing. I'm one, flattered that she's copying my order. Two, I'm taking everything that she ordered in a to-go bag and I'm having it for lunch the next day. And I'm gonna, if she doesn't get the mushrooms, I'm gonna be, you should probably get the mushrooms. She's not gonna eat it anyway. Maybe some grilled onions. She should probably put some grilled onions. I'm gonna get it the way I like. I'll just tell her how to do it. Recently went to Tim Hortons, so you're Canadian. And I'm usually, Tim Hortons, by the way, is not some fucking high-end restaurant. It's a coffee joint with donuts and some sandwiches. It's not don't get me wrong, I like Tim Hortons. It's good. I love Tim Hortons. Timbits are great. Let's not play it out. Like, it's not even like a Chili's caliber restaurant. Not to smear the good people of Chili's. Recently went to Tim Hortons, and I usually the one who orders for my family, but this time I went to the bathroom and my dad ordered. There's not that many things to order at Tim Hortons, like sandwiches and soup and mainly donuts. I came back. My parents had drinks. My sister had nothing. I asked what she ordered, and my dad said she waited for me to come back so she could order. Just be flattered. I knew what was about to happen, so I told them I would order after her. My sister refused. Look at this. Look at this standoff. So you both went hungry? That's hysterical. My sister refused and told me to hurry up because she wanted a snack and was getting hungry. We were there for maybe 10 minutes, and the whole time my sister was complaining about how hungry she was, and my mom kept telling me to order food for us. Why don't they just order? Why do the parents in all these things tonight seem to pawn off their parental duties on the kids? It's a bad look, and it doesn't help your kids at all. We were there for maybe 10 minutes. The whole time she was complaining about how hungry she was. Yeah, I tried to buy her food. I asked what she wanted. So this is like your OK Corral, you and her, over donuts and Danishes. I asked her what she wanted. She told me she didn't know. So I told her that if she didn't tell me what she wanted, I wouldn't buy her anything. Your parents aren't going to buy her anything? I didn't want to waste money anymore, and I even took her up to see the menu, but she didn't know what she wanted, to see if I was right about the whole ordeal. You're making it an ordeal. I said I might get a jalapeno pastry. I told you, it's friggin' pastries. Jalapeno pastry, I don't know. That's an acquired taste. And she told me she wanted that too. Well, you called it. Then I told her I wasn't really hungry anymore. And suddenly she wasn't hungry either. I think your sister honestly could copy someone nicer. Like if she was going to copy someone and try and be like someone, I think she could pick a better candidate than you. I'm sorry if that's cruel, but it's true. Someone with a little compassion, a little empathy, a little like sit down with her, like, hey, I notice you always copy what I eat and this and do what I do. And I can't tell you how flattered I am. But you also have to be your own person. That's the kind of conversation you should have with her. Now, like, stop copying what I order and then don't eat it. Make it about you. Anyway, jalapeno pastry. You know what? I had it wasn't Tommy's. Was it? No, maybe it was Tommy's. The donut place, Tommy's, like by LAX. Is that Tommy's? Randy's. That's Randy's. And they had these tahine, which is like a spice, like Mexican people put on everything, really, watermelon candy, you name it. But they put it on like a citrus donut, and it was so good, so good. It's just a side note. All right. Anyway, if they have them, they're seasonal. Get it. It's delicious. Anyway, then I told her I wasn't really hungry anymore, and she said she wasn't hungry either. I knew what was going on, so I ended up not buying anything. So you both went hungry. Congratulations. We left after that, and my sister complained until we got home about how hungry she was. My mom got super mad at me for not buying her anything. Again, where's your mom and all this? Why are you buying your sister everything? Like, why can't the parents be parents? Why do they keep pawning off their duties on the oldest? Lazies. Anyway, I really tried to, and I even showed her the menu. No, you didn't. You need to have the conversation with her, not show her a menu. You need to have the conversation I just told you about. But she didn't actually want anything herself. I've always hated that she does this, but never stood my ground until now. Now you're an asshole. You are. And suddenly I'm the bad guy. Exactly. The dumbest part about this is she got a snack when she got home. Well, good. She's starving. So it's not like she was deprived of food or anything. My parents chewed me out. Good for being unreasonable. You were. And I feel like I was justified, but maybe I'm the asshole. You are. But your parents have to take a little of it because they're not doing any fucking parenting. They could also have this conversation with your sister. You're the one who probably should, but your parents could also step in, but they don't want to be parents. So there you go. Fucking lazies. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Redonkulous, as they would say. Who says? I don't know. Man up and give him 5 across the eyes? I don't know. Sounds like she's arc welded to her. Yeah, I mean, she just loves her sister. She wants to be the sister. Unless it's patient. Yeah, and also, here's the other thing. The parents are taking them to a Tim Hortons for fucking dinner. And did I read that right? Or was it lunch? Lunch you can get away with. But fucking, it's a lunch place or a summer coffee or a morning coffee joint. I don't think they stay open that long. It's good, but come on. Yeah, exactly. They that's all they do, music. All the parents these days they can't wait to do nothing with the kids. And I mean, as someone who was raised feral, I was raised feral at a time where it was popular. It was the 70s. These days, parents should be stepping up a little more. Although I think I turned out all right. But I I say feral. So they left me alone a lot all the time, and my sister. But they still laid down the damn law. And that doesn't happen anymore. There's no law being laid down. Nothing of the sort. All right. Maybe do one more and then we'll call it a night. Hey, thank you for tuning in, everybody, by the way. And if you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. Rumble, again, thank you for the feature. I love doing the show. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody about the show. Sharing is caring. That's what they say. Who they are, I don't know. Am I the, and I don't want to do this dog one. I like dogs, so don't get me wrong. Am I the asshole because I refuse to help pay for the aftermath of a problem I warned them would happen? Nah, I don't think so. But if it's too long, I'm not going to read it. It's pretty fucking long. I don't know. Okay, I could do it. I think we'll do this one. We'll give it a shot anyway. Yeah, why not? All right, hang on a second. Let's get this in. That's not a new record. I think 3 times is the record. But let me click back on it, and we will see what we can do. Hang on a second. Share it. All right, we're back in it. We're back in. We are back in, folks. I know it's awful. Yeah, that's it. Music. That's it. You went home when the streetlights were on. That was your time to come home. And yeah, I don't know if it's true of every generation, but I am so happy I grew up when I grew up. Gen X, basically feral. More feral though than even like my friends. Noticeably, like not a lot, but some friends were not allowed to come over to my house because there was never any adult supervision. My parents were out. We didn't have a babysitter, and we would just get up to nonsense. It was fun nonsense. I think back about some of the things, definitely not safe. But I'm still here. All right. Am I the asshole because I refuse to help pay for the aftermath of a problem I warned them would happen? I would say no, but we'll make sure. Let's find out. Let's see if you are or are not said asshole. Okay. My folks live in a 60s house. Oh, that sounds fun. In an older neighborhood, some time ago, they decided to befriend, i.e., feed the wildlife. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they're lonely and bored. I get that. Started with feeding birds, which became trying to satisfy the squirrels, the birds. So they're feeding everybody. If you get a mouse a cookie itself, so they feed mouse, they're feeding everybody. It's Animal Farm over there. Generations later, they were causing visible gaps between the stairs of the floor and the front porch. Okay. I could fit a flat hand through the holes in places. So they're out of control for sure. I don't know how long they've been telling this going on, but when I first saw it, it was already potentially a huge problem. Let me read this again. Starting with the feeding birds. So is this the mice that's causing it? Okay. If I give a mouse a cookie itself, you have red squirrels, chipmunks, cute generations later. So I don't know. Maybe it's all the animals. I don't know if it's mice specific or, it also could just be that they didn't upkeep their house. I mean, you're going to get holes in shit if the wood's rotting. I pointed it out to both of them, said, yeah, we know. We see them go in and out. I have a very weird, fairly focused anxieties and patio collapse due to chipmunk. Doesn't seem like a ridiculous headline to me. I asked if they'd get it fixed, and I got a nonchalant shrugs. All right. I brought up the incoming fall winter. So what, you're like they're like the grasshopper and you're like the ant. You're working and being diligent and they're out, fiddling and feeding the squirrels. I brought up the upcoming fall winter, water getting under the patio foundation. How old are your parents? Okay, so they're in their 60s. Oh no, they live in a house that's in its 60s. My guess is they're kind of older, and I think you bear some responsibility. You're assuming they're as sharp as they were when they were younger, and I don't know if they were sharp to begin with. But if they're older, it's like my mom is, got dementia now. and she can't do much for herself, barely anything. Am I going to be mad that she forgot to pay her taxes? Am I going to be mad that she didn't she's bedridden, that she didn't go downstairs and investigate what the animals in the neighborhood are? I mean, come on. People have their limitations, and you as a child need to step up a little bit, which you don't want to do. Yeah, they're dumb, but being dumb about it, but it could also be an age thing, and they're lonely. And maybe, how often do you visit? Maybe if you visited more often, they wouldn't have to befriend every friggin' furry critter that decided to crawl up to the stoop. Anyway, so the next year, a couple days, it rained nonstop. They returned home from wherever to find the front porch had indeed collapsed on itself. Yep. Fortunately, there were no injuries. According to the door camera, no one had been standing on it when the slab cracked like a shotgun blast. Cued the whole insurance, mambo jumbo inspection, rigmarole to get it replaced, repaired. The insurance should cover it, right? Anyway, cued it now months later, and I've been asked to help pay for half of their deductible and the expenses insurance wouldn't cover. How much is it? I would like to know that. They insisted on the exact same as before and wouldn't compromise on a cheaper option, so insurance gave them money for the cheaper. Yeah, insurance always does that. And the difference was out of pocket, to my understanding at least. I have flat out refused. Okay, here we go. Do you have any kind of inheritance expected from your family? If you do, my guess, and I think they're right, they're not right in doing it, but they probably will do it because it is their fuck up. They probably will deduct it from, whatever they were going to give you. Also, did they pay for your college? Did they, have they been good parents to you? Help them out, unless it's egregious and you really can't afford it. Yeah, you're right. But be a good daughter. Make that more important than being right. And tell them, if they do it again, I don't think they're going to live long enough for the thing to collapse a second time. But if they do it again, that's it. You're done. Okay? You can be right and you can help them out at the same time, just you seem very obsessed with, showing them. Again, all right, here we go. So they said, and I don't know how you would technically really owe any money on this thing, but, it's weird. Let's get back to it. All right, so cut 2 months later, and I've been asked to pay for half of their deductible and the expenses insurance wouldn't cover. They insisted on the exact same one before. Okay. I flat out refused. They said I owe it to them since I didn't warn them when I knew it could be a problem, but you did. And that's absurd. I would be a little pissed off at that too. I'd be like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Again, it would depend. It would depend on I'd be like, listen, I am not giving you a dime until you admit that I told you. They might not even remember. I'd have to meet your parents, man. But yeah, it's stupid. I would honestly just give them the money. They're my parents. If my dad suddenly's like, hey, Jeff, the outdoor porch collapsed and it's your fault for not saying anything the last time you were here, I'd call my sister and I'd be like, oh my God, can you believe that Dad's blaming me for the porch collapsing and he wants me to pay whatever it is. But in the end, I just pay. Why wouldn't I pay? It's my fucking dad. He wants to be out on the porch. He doesn't have the money to do it. All right, I'll fucking pay it. It's pride. Pride cometh before a fall, and pride cometh after a fall. Here, the fall and collapse of a fucking porch. It's gotten to where they're threatening small claims. You're not going to lose, but it's literally, how much can the deductible be, and the other stuff, rather than you pissing your life away, having your parents sue you, and being in small claims against your parents, like just fucking give them the money. The family is divided. Some say I should know by now that it takes more than one mention to get anything done. It's not your fault, okay? But just I would just pay it. Honestly, how many years your parents got left? You want to spend it in small claims? By the way, you would win, but still. Most are of the mind that I did everything but get it fixed and I owe them nothing. Yeah, I'm 99% sure it would be dismissed. I'm not worried if the 1% has me pay out. I'm worried about their well-being. They can't afford this if they lose. What are you going to charge for attorney fees? Small claims court. I didn't want to go down without a fight. Oh, you see what I say? Pride. This is it, right? Pride comes before a fall. Pride comes before the destruction of your family. This is what you're gonna. This is your legacy. This is what you're gonna take when mom and dad finally die. Your pettiness and fighting them over something that, yes, was not your fault, but you just fucking get it out of the way. They've used my money to bail them out of financial woes more than a few times. Yep. And I need to draw the line somewhere. At this point, I would just help them, but you do what you're gonna do. I can't keep saving them forever. Yeah, so fuck you, old people. Go die with no dignity. I'm sorry, it's just what you're saying, though. Maybe the only way they'll learn is to be in real difficulty. They're not gonna learn. They're not gonna learn. They're gonna hold it against you. They're gonna sit around talking about how much they hate you and how if you have another sibling, he's their favorite. But they're never gonna learn, as you put it. They're just not. If they haven't learned by now, they're not gonna learn. Period. Am I the asshole because I'm not just giving them the money this time? I would say, yeah, you're right. It's completely their fault. They're completely unjustified in blaming you. But at the same time, they're your parents. They're getting near the end of the line. Just have a relationship with them. If it costs you 10 grand to maintain a good relationship with your parents, to me, it's worth it. 11, no. Yeah, draw the line. Tell them to fuck off. No, I'm kidding. Edit. Okay. This is more than I expected. Thank you for pointing out what should be pretty obvious for me. I replied to a few people about their disbelief about the situation, manipulation, guilt, anxiety for decades will alter perception of every problem. I stress myself out. Yeah, I mean, you're going to go to fucking small claims and with them, come on, over stupid stuff because what if is always there. Yeah, what if they die? I always know I'm in no way legally responsible. I don't live there. Good. I know they'd lose where, yeah, that's the second time you mentioned it. I'm not, and I feel like I'm abandoning them. What else? Because I can barely understand your update. I like the one. I'm not writing a novel. Sorry, person. Okay, I don't know. Your edit is just more confusing. Honestly, I don't know. Like what you wrote was fine, but the edit, I think, it's just a bunch of jumbled nonsense. Anyway, in this situation, you're the asshole. It sounds like you may have learned something from it, and you're gonna get off of your lawyer and up with your parents, your old, geriatric parents. All right, folks. I had a great time as always. Please come back tomorrow for another episode of Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist. I'd love to help you out in any way I can. Is it a he or she? I thought it was a she. Skills to replace himself. That's not a bad idea, honestly. Yeah, they are never going to learn pure blood. Who's going to inherit the property? That's another good point, music. This is what I'm saying. Like people, they get so strung out and pent up and angry about shit. They don't see the big picture. My parents have helped me out throughout my life, with college and just in general. They've always been very supportive of me. And, so I try when I can to help them out, or do nice things for them. I don't get hung up about they shouldn't have done this or they shouldn't have done that, no. It's just, it's family, but yeah, everybody's different. Yeah. Lily Mae says, why not offer to buy them a car instead? Won't fix the porch, but it would solve the critter issue. A cat. I read car. Well, because I don't know. Maybe she could dump a cat in the yard, and that would certainly help with the mice. But yeah, they will just do it again. There's nothing will change. They will get the new porch. They will start feeding the animals again. So I would make the porch as rodent proof as possible. Honestly, I think the porch is probably old anyways. It's been around forever. The weather has really rotted the wood, so it's probably pretty easy to punch through as a critter. I think this new porch will last until the end of the house, and then if you have to rebuild it when you sell the house, that's fine. But just do good by your parents. Yours is a shit show. I've made peace with. That's just it, Everett. Everyone's family is fucked up to one degree or another. It just is. We're all human. We're all people. Some much worse than others. But no one's family is perfect. It just isn't. There's a lot of things, animosities, grievances, all that. And as adults, as rational adults, and as developed human beings, as spiritual beings, you need to forgive and just be good to your family, even if they're assholes, even if they're unreasonable, which her parents are being. But it is what it is. All right. Yeah, that's true. We've been programmed. Yeah, it's true. You're right, music. We've been programmed to live in the here and now, so we don't see the past and what they've done and how they've helped us. Maybe they haven't, but I bet you they have, this particular case. We don't see the future when our parents die and we pissed away my mom, I'm seeing my mom every month now because she's got Alzheimer's, and each time I go, she's worse. Each time I go, she remembers less and less. And I'm bringing my son with me this time. And we're going to sit around for probably a week and, just for the most part, just talk to her and hear her stories and be there for her while she's still able to be there with us, And I told my son, there's no guarantee that the last, you don't know when the last time you're going to see anybody is, parent or otherwise, regardless of age. So you always try and leave with someone on a good note because you just don't know what the last thing you might say to them is going to be. And you'd hate it to be something horrible. I would. There you go. All right. We don't, no follows. Sorry for your flashies. Anyway, love you all. God bless you. I'll be back here tomorrow at 10 p.m. for more Jeff the Unlicensed Therapist. Love you all. Have a great evening. Thank you for tuning in. And again, if you haven't yet, hit the like and subscribe button. That would be a delight. That would be wonderful. It really would. All right. Let me figure out how to leave. It's not that hard. Oh, I'm almost at episode 100. When will episode 100 be? Episode 100 will be on Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday, 98, 9. No, wait. Hold on. What episode am I on? Hold on. Apologies in advance. So tomorrow's 99. That's Wednesday. Thursday is my 100th episode. And I'm probably going to drink whiskey because why the fuck not? It's my 100th episode. I've earned it. And I'm not a licensed therapist, so I can give advice a little sloshed. There you go. I'll probably have to drink. Do I have to drink whiskey off camera? I don't even know what the rules are. I don't know. All right, folks. God bless you. Thank you, Sauced. I appreciate you. Lily May, thank you. To Ever Eden, God bless you. Music 888, thank you too. Samelsman, apologies if I messed up your name. Thank you. Pure Blood, God bless you. Thank you. And of course, Upon the Horizon, King of Cats. There you go. You're right about the inheritance, though, right? Exactly. MacGyver, good to see MacGyver. I didn't even read your thing. You can't feed animals unless they migrate. They become dependents. Yeah, we have neighbors who feed the raccoons, and they're cute and adorable, but they just get up to such mischief. They really do. Ever Eden, God bless you. Thank you for tuning in, and everybody else. Thank you for being a part of the show. I love you. God bless you. Thank you, badass dude. And Tafter 12, thank you as well. All right, I'm off. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Please hit the like and subscribe button. If you could do one thing for me tonight, hit the like and subscribe button. Just hit it. Just do it, please. I'm trying to get to 15,000. I'm trying. All right, folks. Help me get to 15. See you tomorrow. God bless. And remember, if you've got a problem, I've got a solution. I am Jeff, the Unlicensed Therapist. God bless. Good night.